This is Cinema.
And this is Johannes.
And you're watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And welcome back to the top 100 games of all time. I don't know what that was, but it was
That's the sound of fun.
It's the sound of fun. Today we are looking at more games, this time from 30 to 21.
Yes.
We are in the top 30.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's getting to the better games. There have been so many good games, and the games are getting better and better. It's going to be interesting because usually when we do this, if you haven't seen this before, you have so many videos to go and check out. But this, we don't know each other's lists. So even though we know many of the games that we love, we don't know the order and we don't know like surprises that's coming here and there. Usually we have more crossovers in the end than we had in the beginning. Some people also bought the crossover dances. You have seen a few right now, but basically, if I had something like 90 and you had something 40, we might not remember it while we film.
Yes.
That's why we don't have the crossover dances, but we have the amazing crossover counter that is counting all the crossovers to see who of us was the closest to be the master of the crossover guessing in the first video.
And I guessed 65, I think, and you guessed 56.
Many different things. I don't remember what I landed on. But if you want to see all of that and all the enjoyment and all the drama that's been in the series so far, you can go and check the others. But now we are here for the 30-21. And as always, Sunniva is going to start with a board game that she likes enough to be at number 30.
What? I've not written a board game here. I've written like a sandwich.
Yes. No. My number 30.
My number 30 is Architects of the West Kingdom. And it has fallen slightly. It was my number 15 actually last time. That was pretty high. But I love Architects of the West Kingdom. It's a clever worker placement game where you don't like take the workers back. You just like stand there, and the more times you go to one place, the action gets more and more powerful, and your opponents might see that you're getting a lot of resources and send all your dudes to jail. And yeah, it's just a really nice game. I think it's my favorite in the West, South, North, East series.
Yeah, and because this is set in a world where if more than 3 people are standing somewhere together, that's illegal.
Yes.
So you cannot do that. If somebody doesn't see you, it's fine. But if somebody sees you, they'll be like, too many resources for you, to jail you go. That's how it is.
Yes.
My number 30 was my number 48 last time, and it is Lancaster. This is a fantastic worker placement bidding game. It's worker placement, but you're bidding on actions. So your workers are going to have different heights, and you are going to spend those workers. Basically, if I have a 4 and you place a 3 somewhere, I can outbid you to then be able to win that action. And this is a game that is fantastic. We have finally soon gotten the big box version of it. We didn't have Lancaster for a very long time until a very nice viewer sent it to us.
Yes, that was amazing.
It's a super good game. And now we're getting the big box because Queen Games did like a reprint of that, and Shogun, I think, in the same one. We went for Lancaster, and it's one that I will always be happy to play, and to have the expansions as well is going to make me happy, because it's just like, it's a classic game that is so good and so much fun, and I highly recommend it if you haven't checked it out already.
Oh, I'm looking forward to the expansion now. My number 29 is Bonfire, and that has also fallen a little bit. It was my number 20 last time. It's one of my favorite Feld games, Stefan Feld games, and we've played it recently.
Uwe Feld?
No, not Uwe Feld. That would be a weird thing. But we played it recently, and it was really nice to like confirm my likeness to the game. That is not the thing you say.
You look exactly the same as Bonfire.
My fondness of the game.
Yes.
It's really nice. It's puzzly, clever, cool. Your turn.
My number 29 was my number 27 last time. So the same, basically.
Yes.
And that is Gaia Project. Gaia Project is a superb game. Like, I really like Terra Mystica, but Gaia Project made it like most of the things better for me. I really enjoy the text that is so hard to move on, and you want to do them all, but you can't do them all. I enjoy the map with the movement between the planets, all of that. I had some fantastic experiences with this, where I was so far behind, and then like the last round I got to do this super cool turns and just won the game. And if I win a game, it's gonna end in my top 30. But Gaia Project is so much fun. Right now we have like both Terra Mystica, Gaia Project, and Age of Innovation.
Yeah.
So we are like fans of that game.
That's what I was going to say. That's so sad we have to cull it.
We have to cull all of them.
Because any game that you win, I'm gonna cull.
Ooh, that is how it is, but really, really recommend it. I think we did a video back in the day, so you can go and check it. It's old.
It's old. And my number 28 is a new game to this list,
Wow.
and it is Revive. Revive is an amazing Euro game where I don't care about the theme, but you're like really trying to revive. Yeah, I've heard.
In Euro games?
Yes.
I didn't know that was possible.
But what I think is cool is that you play cards into these slots, and that doesn't only like give you like resources, but it also like you get bonuses, and you're trying to match the colors, and you're trying to do Euro stuff is basically what you're trying to do. And it just blew me away. We have the expansion for it. It's a good game.
I think we played like 10 times, which is quite a lot.
That's
we played
quite
it
a lot.
because there was a campaign thing for it that we played the whole thing before we did the review. Really recommend, really love the game. My number 28 was my number 31, so another one that it's been in the same category, and that is the Princess of Florence. You already had this on the list. It's one of the few auction games that you like enough to have it on the top 100. But go through it. It's actually a few more, like Lancaster, and maybe even more.
Yeah, I have some good auction games on this list.
Yes, but Princess of Florence is just like another classic game that I played quite late. It's been probably not late in the day. Like, I played it so late, like in the evening. I was like, whoa, this is so good. It's so late.
Half asleep.
Yes, I did that for Agricola. The first time I played it, like 1:30 a.m. in the morning. It was not fun. I still don't like Agricola too much, spoiler alert. But yeah, Princess of Florence, super cool. You're doing this bidding, so when it's my turn, I'm gonna choose one of different things, like a card or a specific tile. These different things I'm gonna choose to bid on this, and then if somebody else has win it, I get to choose something else, or if I win it, I get to take that. And then after that, you're gonna build buildings, you're gonna try to score these cards, and the cards want different specific things that you have in your player area. We have a new version, really happy for that we're gonna play it soon. Highly recommend it. I'm gonna stop saying that because I basically highly recommend every game on this list is highly recommended by Board Gaming Ramblings.
That's true. My number 27 has fallen a tiny bit. It was my number 16 last time, but this is a forever keep. This is one of my favorite games ever. This is so unique. It's Galaxy Trucker. This is not the game that I'm like always in the mood to play because it is a real-time game where it's an amazing theme where you build like a spaceship from sewer parts.
Yes.
And building the ship is a real-time thing, and you're trying to place in the right way possible, and you want to be fast, and then when you're done placing the bits on your ship, you're traveling into the universe. That's the space.
Into the universe!
And you're trying not to be blown to bits, but that's the fun part. That's the fun part when people are blown to bits, as long as it's not me.
Usually it isn't you because you build perfectly,
I'm so
and
good at
then
ships.
Other people lose horribly because it's not possible to win against you.
It's a little hard to get it to the table with all the expansions.
Yes.
Even though they're really fun to play with, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I think like it's more likely that we will play the new version without all the things in it.
That is absolutely correct. My number 27 was my number 45 last time. And I actually just recently played this one as well. You didn't. It's Riverboat. Riverboat is one of those games that is just so smooth. It's one of those games that you play in an hour and there's loads of game in that hour. It's just one of those games that when you... There's just enough. It's just enough things there that makes it so good. Like, it is in my category of a perfect medium Euro game. It's simple to teach. I love the fact this line has phases, so each round has different phases. So when it's my turn, it's not like, oh, which of these 10 actions am I going to do? It's just, what am I going to do in this phase? Like, which action that is very limited am I going to choose to do? So that's why it floats so well and away like a riverboat. But it also is, as I said, just enough thinkiness that makes it fun. And I have fun every time I played it. And we we actually wrote these lists before I just played it. So when I was sat down to play, I was like, I hope I like it enough so I don't have to like do things differently. But I really do, and I think that it is a very good game, one that I highly recommend. No, I said it again.
Yes, you did.
Oops, I said it again. I recommended a game, and now I have no fame. I recommend this game.
And I had it on my list before, so I obviously also agree with you.
You recommended the game.
Yes. My number 26 has risen, actually, from 36
All
last
the way.
time. It is Cascadia. And we've recently played it with the expansion, which is really good, but like, it's just like puzzle games are my thing.
Yes.
I like puzzling, and I really like the double drafting in this game, where you're like looking for the right combination of a animal to place on your previously placed terrains and a new terrain to expand your domain, like try to get the majority and the right terrain types like adjacent to each other. And there's many different scorings, so you can switch them out each time and try to get like the things in the right shape, which is a thing that I generally enjoy in games.
Yes. That is correct. I also like it. It's been on my list. So for some people, that's a small crossover dance. Yes. It was a small one. My number 26 was my number 35 last time. Another one I actually has recently played. It's crazy. I actually recently played many games I like.
That is cool.
Yes, it's Ginkopolis.
I didn't play that recently.
No, you didn't. You did other things like work.
I did.
Ginkopolis is very fun. It's another one in that category as Riverboat, where it is very simple to teach. It's very short, and it is a lot of fun gameplay. It's very interactive. Everyone is building a city by playing these cards. You're drafting the cards. So when I choose one of the cards in my hand, I'm going to give the rest of the cards after that round to the player to my left. And I'm trying to build buildings, both build the city outwards, but also upwards, trying to take over other buildings, trying to win areas, trying to build over buildings that then give me cards in my tableau, which gives me abilities or scorings. It's a lot of great stuff. There is an expansion that we haven't seen, but we play it so seldom. But every time I play it, I really enjoy it. And that's why it's here.
Yeah. My number 25 is Cooper Island, and it's been in the same area before, number 19. And Cooper Island is a beast of a heavy Euro game.
Yes, it
where
is.
you place workers and you get maybe 5 points at the end of the game, I think.
I think you get a few more.
You work so hard for those points. Like, I have worked like my whole game towards getting something that ultimately gave me like 2 points. But I think also that is me in the puzzling thing again, because I like you're building the terrains in like higher levels.
Yes.
You get the resources, a lot of them, because there's a lot of levels.
This could be top 100 puzzle games almost. Yes. My number 25 was my number 17 last time, so it has fallen a little bit, and that is going to be Nippon. Cool. Nippon is a super cool game about worker removing. You're going to place workers on a common board, and that is going to be with different actions. I'm going to remove one to do that action. I want to remove not too many different colors, because I have to pay a lot of my income to those workers, because you only pay depending on the number of different colors you have. So sometimes but you also want to take as many as you can, because the many more workers you have taken before you reset, you get a better end of game scoring bonus. And this is one of my favorite things, which is build your own scoring. And you really do it here. You have many different scoring categories, and then when you reset, you get like a multiplier, and you have to place that on a scoring. So you in the beginning, you maybe get a small one, which is I'm not going to focusing on this, but then you will have one you really want to focus on. So you want to get enough workers so you can take them all back and get that. Other than that, you're building factories, you're producing resources, selling those resources both locally and internationally. That is basically the things you're doing. Again, there's a Maria majority, lots of great stuff in this one. I don't know how easy it is to get, but if you can get it,
you highly recommend it. You didn't say it.
You did for me.
Yay! My number 24 is a new game on this list, and it is Mother of Frankenstein.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I really liked it. It's the puzzle thing again,
yeah,
but this is totally different from everything that I've played before. It is a like story-based puzzle game.
But this is just to be clear, this is a different kind of puzzle.
Yes.
Because it's an escape room-ish puzzle game.
That's true. And I'm like, this is one place, but I mean all the 3 volumes of the Mother of Frankenstein game series, and they are very unique from each other. We had so much fun playing it through, and it was such a great like storytelling experience, as well as many solid puzzles to solve. So I really, really recommend that.
Yes, if you like puzzle games or escape room style games and want something different than unlocking all those, which are amazing, this is really good. We spent around 18 hours playing the 3 boxes. My number 24 might be the highest riser on the whole list.
Okay.
It was 95 last time.
Oh, that's... Okay, cool.
That's like 70 spaces. And that is the game with the best theme in the world, The Marker. The Marker is a superb game. It's highly interactive. It has a great fun theme about the German election system. It just is so riveting. And I always think about the theme. I'm like, wow, this is so much fun.
I get a tear in my eye right now.
It's telling its own story every time I play it. I was like, wow, I love it. I don't care about the theme at all. It's not cool, but I love the game. The game is so much fun, and it's just beige, and it has no colors, which makes me like it more. And one of the things I love about it is that it's no more than 40 years old. It's a very old game. But if you published it today with like a few tweaks, you wouldn't feel like it was an old game. And it's so cool, like it was so ahead of its time. Like it is a heavier, very interactive Euro game that is over 40 years old. Like it's wild to think about it.
I agree.
Because if you look at the other games that came out in the 80s, nothing was like that. So it's really cool, and like there's a couple of things that you have to write on paper and stuff like that, which would probably be different today. But other than that, you could have published it today with just a few tweaks, and it would feel like a new game. Really, really like it.
Yes.
That's the end of my thing.
Yeah, my number 23 has risen from 37th place last time, and it's Arboretum. Arboretum is a clever card game where you're trying to place trees, which are on the cards, out in your tableau to score points, and you're scoring points if you are in the majority of that tree type on your hand. So it's a very, very interesting balance between hoarding things on your hand that you want for yourself, just like having the ability to score the things that you actually... So you want to have the same trees on your hand and you want to play them as well. Yeah. At the same time, you see that, okay, Johannes is building a lot of trees over there. Now I have to hoard another card as well that I'm not scoring, but I want to hinder you from scoring it. So you have too many cards on your hand. Like your hand size is always too small. Yeah. It's a very, very cool game.
Yeah, I love it. I think it is a superb game as well. My number 23 was my number 11 last time, and that is Wildcatters. This might have dropped a bit because we haven't played it in a while. Yeah. Wildcatters is one of those games that is perfect with 4 people because you have to be 4 people basically. You can play it with less, but then you're going to have dummies. It does work. We have played with 2, worked fine. 3 works pretty good, but 4 is where the game is at. It is a interactive game. You can possibly do very bad things to the other people. Yeah. But it is all about like trying to not be put in situations where you have to pay somebody things you don't have, because that's going to be a problem. It is a game all about exploring and finding oil and then transporting that oil and sending it to different continents around the world, trying to do area majority, trying to build up the infrastructure and make other people use your infrastructure, trying to get shares both in your own color and all the different colors of the rainbow or the other players' colors. And just like so many cool things, a heavy Euro game that I love. Yeah, it's obviously
one of the first like highly interactive Euros that I really enjoyed. So it's an amazing game. My number 22 is a game that I thought like was on the list before. So I was really shocked to find out that it wasn't. Well, this is Pirates of Maracaibo, but I was looking to see like how Maracaibo actually was on my list before, and it hasn't been on my list before, which is so weird. I don't know how, but this is, I don't know, Maracaibo isn't on my list this time. Now it's replaced by Pirates of Maracaibo, because I think you get all the fun things with Maracaibo in shorter time and less setup and less everything.
Yeah.
So a really cool game. If you haven't checked it out already, I think you should.
Highly recommend checking it out.
But it is a really fresh take on a really solid Euro that I absolutely love and adore.
Yes, it's been on my list already, so small crossover
Pirates or Maracaibo?
Pirates of Maracaibo.
Okay, cool.
My number 22 was my number 36 last time, and it is Trois. Trois. I actually checked the Trois. There is an R there. I checked like a French pronunciation video the other day, and it's like it's Trois. So it's not Trois without the R, but it's Trois.
Oh, so the R is a little bit there.
Trois, like it's, I think that is correct. If I don't remember it
All
wrong.
the French people are just like, you're saying it wrong.
Ripping out their head. Ripping out their heads. Oh no, somebody said something online. I'm going to rip out my head now. It is a very cool game. It's so good. You are using dice to do different kind of actions. The different colored dice that have different purposes. You're trying to unlock different actions, make them better. And the thing about this game, which is like it can feel, some people I know feel like it's a very mean game. I never felt like it was a mean game. It's very interactive, yes, but I didn't feel like it was mean because you're going to roll dice. You have different dice depending on things you have done. And I'm going to roll my dice. I'm going to place them like in my area of like this dice drafting thing. But the thing is that those aren't my dice. They're just cheaper for me to use. They're free. But somebody else can use my dice and pay me money. And I can't say, no, you cannot use that die. I want to use it. You can say it inside and you can cry, but you cannot say it. But you could cry, and if you do that, maybe somebody will say, okay, I'm not going to use it then. If you like cry and you fell down on your... I don't usually do that. Sometimes
I fall down a lot when I cry.
Yes. But it's a very, very good game. You have these threats that are coming in and you're trying to stop them. They're like, everybody has to work towards them, or else they're going to be negative things for everybody. You could be like, oh, I don't really care about that one, and try to not help with that one, but most of the time you're trying to do the good thing for the people, but the best thing for yourself. We have actually played with the expansion for this one for one time, and I actually really liked it. So the next time we play it, we're probably going to play with the expansion as well. Very good game. I like it. Trois.
I like it too. It's a cool game. My number 21.
21, last one.
It's a new game for this list, and it's a new game this year. You've already had it on your list. It's Hegemonia.
Hegemonia.
It's a high riser for it being like the pretty new release.
Yeah, it couldn't be high. Like it's a pretty very high.
Okay.
It was nothing, and now it's 21.
And now it exists in high regard.
Infinity.
Well, I really like it, and I really want to finish our campaign of it, and it's one of the best experiences with this kind of game. It's a story campaign co-op game.
Correct.
That I've ever played. So yeah, it's blowing me away, and I'm hoping it's still on my list next time, even though we're not gonna play it after the campaign.
No, that would not be any fun at all.
Yes.
That would be boring. My number 21 was my number 18 last time, and it is one of the greatest games that has a high complexity, a low depth, which is Age of Steam. It was the other way around in the video I made fun of. Go check it out. The low complexity, high depth video we did to understand that joke, and it was still not be very fun, but the video is good. Age of Steam is a super good game. I love it. It's very streamlined and not very hard to learn, very easy to get into, but there's like so many maps, so much variability. You are basically trying to get a better engine, trying to build up this route so you can transport resources from one place to another to score the most points, because points are the things you want with trains. The new version is beautiful, artwork by Aino Tool, really like it. Age of Steam, highly like to play it again because it is a fun one. And that's going to be the end. That's the end of this list. There's only 2 more to go. And we
top
hope
20.
that you will enjoy them, and we hope you enjoyed this one. If this video gave you anything out of value, then you can do us a big favor by giving us a victory point.
And we get victory points when you click that subscribe button. You can also click the bell to get notifications every time we post a new video.
And this is going to be the end of this video that you've been watching on Board Gaming Ramblings. I'm Johannes.
I'm Cinema.
And you have watched it. Bye!